Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aquarius. If Aquarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Oops. Come on. There we go. Nice. Something very fulfilling about that. Have that like hollow tapping sound. All right. So, Aquarius. Let's take a look at what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And the card that we have, one of my favorites, the Star. Very pretty card. And definitely associated with really beautiful imagery. Okay, so I want to start with this one right here. And it looks like a tree kind of growing out of this spiritual, emotional space right here. And if you look real close, we have a little person right here, kind of jumping out of, no, go on. Thank you. Jumping out of this kind of metaphysical zone. And so we have, I'm just going to say this. This cat, Pudgy, if you watched any of the other videos, watch the Libra, because at least the end of it, I felt like it was a really good reading. And then all of a sudden at the end, the cat jumps up here on the table and he took half of it with him. So it's at the very end of the video. It's pretty funny, but also nerve-wracking now. When he comes through the room, I'm like, don't come near me. So anyways, we have a person jumping out into this beautiful tree of abundance of what I imagine is life and knowledge. And I feel like this makes sense with this Star card. I think that you are very much in a place of dreaming big about your long-term emotional and spiritual goals. I think that you really are in a place where things have kind of really settled down in kind of the mundane life, your day-to-day, within your family. It seems like things are pretty good. You know, you're a person with a body, so, you know, nothing's ever going to be perfect. But I think that they're pretty dang close, okay? Content, which is amazing. Now, I think that you are really focused on what is ahead. What is this all going to kind of lead to, you know? And I think that you're really interested in maybe studying different religions, different spiritual practices, you know, looking for answers maybe, or maybe just you enjoy kind of the different takes on what all this means. Okay, you're kind of a philosophic traveler, right? And so I think that this is a beautiful place for you to be in. I think, you know, I don't know any Aquariuses that aren't highly intellectual, but also very down to earth. That wonderful kind of mixture of being a dreamer and somebody that knows really what life kind of is about. You know, you've had your hardships, and you don't have any kind of illusion about the kinds of things that can go on. Things are transitory, momentary, shifting, and change quickly. And you know that. So there is a lot of beauty in those moments when everything kind of aligns. And I think that you definitely do not squander those moments. You really do know how to enjoy. And so I also see this beautiful figure. It looks very powerful. I feel like you are really, really in a place of just being activated. I would say, especially with the Star card, there has to be a lot of synchronicities happening, patterns. You're very much feeling that things are interconnected. That is very apparent to you. There's a lot going on all the time, and I think that you kind of just get a kick out of, having the eyes to see. You see things and you just kind of smirk to yourself. You say, okay, I see. I know what's going on here, And I think that, it takes a lot for you to get into those kind of doomy places. I think that it happens, right? To the best of us, it happens. But I think that you kind of, you have a highly developed sense of humor about life. And I think that's something that comes from somebody who has been through it a little bit, okay? Instead of going the road of just being super cynical about everything, you add a little bit of humor, right? And you can laugh at yourself. You can laugh at the silliness and absurdity of the world. And I think that you are probably a delight. I think that you're probably somebody who would be, somebody I'd love to just, be silly and shoot the SH with. So, let's see, what else do we have? And this one, on this side, it looks like a big H. So, if you know what the H means, I don't know. It also looks like a person wearing a hat. It reminds me of like a Devo hat. If you know what that is, I've aged myself saying that. But, and then we have another person here who kind of looks like their hair's blowing in the wind, kind of holding on to this person. And actually, as I'm looking at it, it looks like the person with the hat is holding maybe a child. So this almost seems like kind of a family we have here. And it's interesting. So I think that, maybe there is a lot of this dreaming going on about the future, about your spiritual pursuits. But I think a lot of it is based in your love and concern for your family. I think that you're probably very family oriented. And this can be your family of origin. This can be the family you've created, or your chosen family, or all of those things. We all have different kinds of families, and that can look however it does, even if it's your work family. I don't know. But I think that a lot of what motivates you to kind of pursue these deeper things, kind of, heal self and look to the sky and be that kind of dreamy dreamer, that person coming up with all these beautiful kinds of thoughts and allegories and, just wondering, contemplating. All of this kind of stems from how much you love the people who are in your life, or the people who have been in your life. and maybe the hopes of the people who will be in your life going forward. Okay, so that seems like a big motivator, and I think that's probably a motivator for a lot of us. We also have this beautiful horse. This is that tree kind of on its side. This looks like a stallion though. Look at the head. It looks like it has a beautiful mane there. I feel like, you know, you are in a place of confidence, inner and outer beauty. You just kind of emanate that bright, shining light, not unlike that star. You are a beacon to others. You are a leader. You are a guide. People are drawn to you. And, you know, I imagine that whatever you do or have done for work in your career or creative pursuits, you are somebody who kind of manages, leads. You are probably, you know, if you were in a band, you'd be the lead singer probably. So I think that you just have a beautiful quality that is very approachable. Okay, and you're probably pretty charming and all those things as well. And this one right here, it looks like a person kind of going forward and then laying down. And I'd almost say like they're falling, but I don't think it's falling. I think that what we have here is somebody who's going to be taking a rest. And, you know, just, I think part of what is going on here, all of this beauty and harmony and supreme activation, has to do with the fact that you have been taking care of yourself. You have been taking care of your sleep cycles. You have been getting that restful, deep sleep. You've been dreaming, maybe taking naps when you need them, really feeling good. Okay, I feel like you are getting, maybe you were in a place where this was not happening. You were feeling some ailments, but you've really been health conscious, and the foundation of that is a good sleep schedule. And so I think that is happening. That is really helpful. Okay. And then, oh, and I want to point out we have a 7. So if there's a 7, that might be important. Okay, down here I have a little fish right here. So that is a sign of abundance coming, success in something you're doing. Maybe a good time to think about, what would you like to manifest? Put your energies and your thoughts into that. Set things up so it can happen. Don't just wish, you know, oh, I wish, you know, whatever just shows up at my doorstep. You have to kind of set things up for that to happen. It's like, okay, you wish for the best job in the world, the thing that you want to do, but you don't apply for any jobs. Okay, you got to apply. You got to go out there. You got to do the footwork. So those blessings can happen. But I think that if you do put your energies into it, you have a lot of abundance. And I think that is really where we're at. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me, Aquarius. It is always such a pleasure to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm, and we're growing the channel. And that's because of each one of you. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read every single one of them. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get back to them, but I promise you I'm reading them, and I just enjoy it so much. It is a big part of why I keep doing these readings. I really love connecting with you all, and I love hearing your stories, and I just love seeing your personalities displayed and all of that. So thank you, and we will talk again very soon.